So, Ivona, so I know you're very much in the space and involved. So, what sort of strategies could you recommend for people to sort of implement into their games, but don't ruin the player experience, but sort of maximize ad revenues? Do you have any sort of advice for people?
Well, basically, like you can do a lot of things, of course, but when it comes to user experience, like you can't go wrong with rewarded ads, with offer walls, so any kind of rewarding ad format. What is important there also just to like be aware of the reward that you're giving, so it has to be interesting to the users, but also you don't want to ruin your economy. You need to keep up with the in-app purchases and just balance it all out. When it comes to interstitial ads and banner ads, you need to be more careful. So you can implement it without hurting the user experience, but just using specific segments or waiting a bit more without showing those ads actually. So if implemented carefully, you can also earn money from those kind of formats, but not ruin the whole user experience within the game. Another thing would definitely be testing. So anything that you do, test it out. So adding new formats, changing the caps, changing the rewards. So even the segmentation, anything that you're doing that will have bigger impact on the players or on the ad formats, you need to test it out. There is no other way to be sure that that is good for the players or for your revenue. So testing is the way. And last but not least, this might be maybe it's not that important for the revenue, but it's important for the users, and that is ad quality. With bunch of horrible ads we are seeing now, it's important that your users feel safe in the game, that they are not seeing any ads that might trigger something in them. So, and overall, like it's important that we serve nice and good ads to the users. So this is mostly on the user experience side, but in the end, actually, we've done some tests and we didn't see any significant decrease on the revenue side. So it's a win-win situation, and it's always better to have good traffic.
Really interesting stuff. So, you touched on the sort of in-ad sort of space, and I want to ask you, with this, there's a large scope of ads that are available within games, from banner ads to rewarded. How do you sort of recommend which sort of ads to integrate into games? That's sort of the ones that work best. What would your advice be to those, looking to figure that out?
Well, this is one of the questions where you cannot get the right answer and there is no like one size fits all. But basically the most important thing is to look into your game. It's really important what kind of game do you have, a genre, your user base. So are they very engaged users that are long in the game, have long sessions? Are they going to be there for the next 3 months or for the next 3 days? So all of that is very, very important. And then based on that, but also, let's say on the strategy that you have. So if you have very engaged users, they are staying long in the game, you're worrying about the user experience, rewarded formats are for you. So that is awesome. If they are very engaged, offer wall could also work. So even if per genre you're not like 100% sure, you should always ask the providers to provide some benchmarks. Is anyone else having it? You can look at the competitors. That is also like one of the things that could be good way to find out if the format is best for you. When you come to interstitials and banners, they are a bit more intrusive, so you need to also be careful. Is it going to hurt your user experience or not? And also, for example, if you're having a very nice user interface, you're not just going to slap the banner all over it and then have it on every screen. So I guess looking into the game, it's the most important thing for that.